by Liana Kesem and Naila Chunara. 3 kebabs.
Three kebabs. Listen, Michaela, ask her every Monday. I ask her how was the match. She doesn't really tell me. But,
Michaela, Uncle Shady said to ask you every Monday how was the match, but how was the match today?
Oh, it was not.
You know why she said it was bad? You know why, Abdul?
It's not bad.
You know why?
It's not.
Because I outran her.
Oh.
Live on Gunning to Old
Sis
Trafford.
Michaela, listen here.
You're going to report
My
on
lesson, Michaela.
YouTube. Here we go, Abdul.
Listen, Michaela, Nailaiki.
Uncle Shady says hello to you guys.
Listen, why did my grumpy old man run Michaela away? You know my grumpy old man Ibrahim Chunara.
Team management, let's do this.
You ready to rock and roll?
Ready to rock and roll.
A long time. You must be about 3-4 months you didn't play.
Yes, it's longer, Abdul.
I haven't played for a long time.
Masood
Dasu
is our Fabrizio Romano. That's all I'm saying. Masood, drop in some comments. We just broke the news. Sancho Onskan into Chelsea. Anything else cooking, Masood? Let us know. What are you seeing?
Please, Missouri.
Masood.
Okay, the link, people, the link has just been dropped on our Instagram, guys.
Oh,
please
fantastic.
don't forget to jump in there and do our thing. It's a simple one. Onskan. You guys know transfer deadline day. Ibi, you ready to rock and roll? I think I'm ready
to rock and roll. Let's go.
Ramsdale, guys, let me do the change. I'm really set to do this. Aaron Ramsdale to Southampton. Huh? You know, this is the first time I'm going to start with David Raya, Ibi.
No, you only see
No, he's not even here. David Raya is not even here, Ibi.
Yeah, because this is we haven't updated our squads, maybe.
yeah. So let's go.
Let's go.
Okay, transfer.
Guys, let us know who you're backing.
Transfer deadline.
Abdul with the Arsenal. I'm with Manchester United. Oh, there's Ramsdale.
Ramsdale is there, but my Raya is not there, man.
No, Raya, because remember, when did Raya come? No, but he should be here.
Only like a loan.
Masood Dasu, no more incomings at United. But Masood, I'm happy with the...
I'm just showing you. If you give me 2
Masood, I won't lie, I'm happy with the... I'm happy with what we've done so far.
With the additions. Okay, if you give me 1 second. So I'm just looking for arrow, guys. You know, the cell phones and stuff is a bit difficult, but we're getting there.
Yeah. Sterling to Arsenal is on. Onskan in.
Let's do the...
Are we ready, Abdul? Can I pass the ball back to you?
We are ready.
Can I give the ball back to you?
Why don't I give it back? Let's rock and roll. Bismillah.
Let's go.
Okay, let's do that. Why does it look so different?
It does, yeah?
Okay, guys, so, it has... Oh, Bukayo.
It's been too long. It's been too long. Never. Not today. Not today. Ooh, offside. Offside. I saw it.
Transfer deadline day, Ibrahim Chunara is on fire. So did you beat the girls today?
Abdul, I played a Uno reverse. I jumped out of the father's game and I joined the girls team.
Oh, beautiful.
Man, offside ref, come on.
Okay, sorry. You know, today there were also so many offsides, but I really sorry, man. I asked before I did it, right?
But also, Abdul, obviously you had a fantastic game. VOB versus RFC, which is a really nice one. Two Roshni teams, which is really nice to see. Abdul, talk us through that. How was that game?
Oh, Ibi, let me tell you, fantastic. The crowd, I mean, the people, I mean, the community came at large. I mean, honestly, you know, we want to actually do this every Friday night.
That's
for
fantastic.
The boys, the camaraderie, the friendship. I loved it, man. What a tight game. Amazing game, man. Yes, sir. And I promise you guys, community, whoever was there, you guys were, I mean, both all the under 12s, wow. Amazing. The talent is phenomenal in Roshni, man.
No, love it. Yeah. And that's what it's about.
So, nice, Ibi.
Rasmus. Oh, yes.
Nice.
Come on. Get in there. 1-1.
Ibi, well done. Well done.
You know,
Ibi,
somebody
so
was telling me, and I was a
any,
little bit disappointed. They said our Haaland from Temu.
Ibi, from Tembo. Oh my God. Ibi, any other? I'm not seeing anything happen. I think the Arsenal United. I think we're going to close up for the.
Here we go. Raheem Sterling. There we land.
Has he done it?
Ons gaan in.
yes.
Deal agreed, guys.
Is he
Live.
done, Ibi?
Deal done. Raheem Sterling to the Arsenal. Loan deal with a buy option, not mandatory. Salary fully covered by Arsenal. Abdul, 300k?
No, man, but it's a lot, man.
Because, I mean, it's not confirmed what his salary was, but at Chelsea he was on 300k. So, and what they're saying, fully covered salary.
No 50% or nothing.
I didn't hear anything about salary at the moment, but apparently full salary covered by the Arsenal.
Wow.
Good signing as backup, but if you're paying 350k a week,
So a week, that's a problem for me, man. Okay, guys, something just in. As the Arsenal trying to sign Nico Williams. Oh my, is this true?
where are you seeing this, Abdul?
Nico Williams on Gunning to Old Trafford, it was just a joke. Assalamu alaikum. It was just a joke. Boom.
Guys, Abdul is killing me here. This news of Arsenal has just got
Listen,
Abdul excited.
I caught you. But he did try, right? I still did try. But he also, I think we need to touch on also, if we may, Gabriel Jesus. Do you think, and I want your opinion, because your opinion always makes sense. It's always in line.
Yes, then talk to me.
Arsenal needed to sign a striker. Having said that, the exit of Eddie Nketiah and the injuries from our man Gabriel Jesus, he's out tomorrow as well.
Abdul, I always said it. Gabriel Jesus is a defensive attacker. And that's the one piece that's missing. But I think with Sterling coming in, maybe at that salary, you guys are going to play him as a false nine.
It worked well a little bit when Havertz started playing the false nine. And Raheem normally can play, false nine he plays, but
Raheem,
he's
not an out and out striker, he's more a winger, but I think
he can do that job.
He can do the job for you in the case where Gabriel is injured and you need somebody. Right. But Abdul, the news, Michaelis injured Mikel Merino in training. Merino out for a couple of weeks.
Don't you think it's just the
No, listen. I've seen Manchester United. Yeah, I've seen Manchester United always talk. You know, the ex-players that games are more. Training was more intense than games because you're chasing titles. Correct. So I understand the reasoning, but it's just unlucky, man. New signing coming in.
He's unlucky. And you know what? It is same thing like last year. Julian Timber must be the whole season, and yet how effective is he as a player. So hey man, I say it because I was really looking forward to maybe his debut tomorrow. But not going to happen. We take it from there.
That was almost a belter.
Right? I was just playing games.
That was almost a belter.
I was just trying, right?
Guys, Abdul is showing off now, man. 3-1 up. He's got the liberties here.
Listen, Ibi, I have that winning touch tonight. You know what I'm saying? You don't blame me, right? Oh my, whoa!
Fernandes!
What are you doing, Ibi?
Bruno!
You open City Mbappe and Gabriel up like that.
One pass.
You got no shame.
How's outside of the boot?
No shame, guys.
Outside of the boot.
Ibi, that's a magician, that boy, man. It's a
Masood
magician,
Dasu,
that boy, man.
Masood Dasu, quick, there were obviously talks by Dan Ashworth at the Europa draw that, something could still happen. I know you mentioned it looks like the the incomings are done. Any chance for last minute, out of the rabbit out of the hat type of signing? Let us see what Masood says in the comments. But Abdul, what I'd like to also talk about, what I'd like to talk about also, it was for the outgoings. Okay. And obviously that was related to Scott leaving, finalizing the Ugarte deal, and obviously getting Sancho over the line. I'd like to touch on Scott McTominay a little bit later in the stream. But the one thing I want to talk about, a transfer window is not only judged on the fantastic incomings, but also on the fantastic business for the outgoings, that you're allowed to get rid of some of the deadwood in your team. And Manchester United, for the first time after a long time, actually did a fantastic clear out that has allowed us to do some really good business.
And needed to happen,
110 million, and if Sancho going, Sancho for potentially another 10 million this season and 25, so another 35 million, meaning United bringing in a whopping 145 million pounds in outgoings.
Wow.
And, this was, a lot of people were saying, these are fringe players, you're not going to get much for them. But this regime has obviously shown that they can do the business in the market,
Yes, says Mr. Redcliffe. And it also, and I'm so glad that you touched on this. A lot of opposing teams and rival teams judge you on how much you spent.
Yes.
But they never ever see how much you made. So like you'll always get, he spent so much, or this team spent so much. But how much money did you make and recoup to get to that figure? You know what I mean? So brilliant, man. Education 101. It's an education, guys.
And on education, Masood Dasu just dropped a gem in the comment. Apparently, the transfer window still allows you another week of transfers for any free transfers, according to Masood Dasu.
Okay, so that means if a player is not in contract, you are allowed to sign them.
You are allowed to sign them.
Wow. Any interesting one, TV?
There's a few players out of contract, but I don't think they're. Oh, what a save on Anna!
What a save on Anna!
But I don't think any that Manchester United or Arsenal will be dipping into the transfer market for.
Would go for. Okay, so that's only if you are basically not registered with the club.
Yes, correct.
Okay, and this is kind of a new rule.
Oh, Rabiot! Oh, Masood Dasu! Rabiot! I said keep an eye on Rabiot. No, Rabiot is out of contract.
Yes, you did.
So, the deadline doesn't allow it to end today. We could still snap him up over the next week.
That could happen.
So, maybe that's something that we're looking into, what happened?
Masood, I'm jealous, bro.
Abdullah, I'm sending you another invite there. I'm sending you another invite. I don't know what happened to my invite.
Okay, got it.
You got it?
Masood, I'm very jealous because I would love Rabiot to come to us. I like him. I kind of like him. I don't know why. He's a decent player.
There we learn Ivan Toney to Al Ahly, permanent move confirmed. I think the one I'm still interested in looking at is if Chelsea confirm Osimhen in the next couple of minutes.
Wow.
Tammy Abraham to AC Milan. Wasn't he at AC Milan?
No, he's at Roma. Remember he was at Roma.
So Tammy Abraham to AC Milan.
Are we gunning to Old Trafford? So let me wear. I'm gonna wear this.
Okay, so I'll wear this one. Oh, Osimhen staying at Napoli.
He's gunning, no?
Fantastic.
Don't you think it was a silly move for him to want to go to Al Ahly?
I honestly
For
think
now,
it is.
for now.
Ivan Toney was hot property, but I think his salary demands were a bit ridiculous at a certain period. So I think that's the reason why.
Okay, so Evie, let's get this right? You told us Ivan Toney to Al Ahly and Osimhen staying at Napoli.
Looks like it, yeah. Masood just confirmed that
Wow, that's big news.
Osimhen is
That's big
staying
news.
at Napoli and Ivan
Oh,
Toney
thanks,
gone.
Masoodi.
Chelsea is still lacking that out-and-out striker. I know Cole Palmer can do a job. Chelsea couldn't match Osimhen demands. Come on, what is wrong with Bully? Bully goes big, man, normally.
Yeah, Bully normally.
Bully is the Donald Trump of football. The Donald Trump of football.
How many minutes left on this transfer? Hey.
Oh, 30 minutes to go, guys. 29 minutes.
Old Trafford.
At Old Trafford.
Left.
29 minutes to go. Last 30 minutes. And then remember, they still got an hour to ratify any deals that come in after that. But officially, if the documents are not in by 12, then no ratification can be done. So they've got an hour to ratify a deal as leeway.
You know, I'll never forget. Ibi, I want to ask you something, and you can ask me as well, right? Oh my God, Hoyland.
Rasmus, what was that? What was that?
Kom jy van Timo af. Kom jy van Timo. My right. Ibi, I've got something, right? So
yes,
I'm gonna niggle your brain a bit, right? And speak to the people. What was in the history where you remember your best and your most exciting transfer deadline day signing? Masood, tell us yours. People tell us this. I got an exciting one, right? So what was your? I don't know. You guys had a couple of transfer deadline signings.
I mean, obviously, there's a few that come on deadline day, like a Cristiano Ronaldo coming back to United, getting confirmed.
It was deadline, right?
I mean, it wasn't like the last few minutes. Wayne Rooney coming on deadline day, Ugarte coming on deadline day. But for me, the one that stands out for me, Dimitar Berbatov, Abdul. When we signed him from Tottenham. Oh yes, I remember that day.
What a goal, boy!
There was talks about him coming. Not sure if it's happening, and then you get this picture of Berbatov arriving, or it was in London. I'm not sure, running through the corridors to try and get the deal over the line in the last couple of minutes. For me, that's the deadline day signing that kind of stands out.
And Ibi, what a signing!
What a signing!
Some beautiful football.
Beautiful football.
Yeah. Okay, that's brilliant. Dimitar Berbatov, what a player, man. Legend.
For me, that's the deadline day signing that kind of stands. For you, Abdul, talk us through your one.
And I'm sure.
Is this the Ozil one?
Ibi. And I'm sure this is the Ozil one. I tell you, I remember it so clearly. I remember the house I was even staying in, and I remember at about 11:45 thinking of going to bed. And I promise you, 5 to 12, they went to Old Trafford. You know, the Sky Sports go to different stadiums. And when they got to Emirates, Ibrahim, the people were going crazy. The reporter even got smashed. We didn't see a reporter. And Ozil to the Arsenal. That was something. I mean, and the reason why that really stands out, because I forget, man. It was a few players which it included, from different teams to get that signing going. And I remember Arsene Wenger was personally, what Edu does now, he was personally making those calls. And brilliant stuff, man. To get Ozil at that time, when we were like on the but it lifted us. I won't lie, for those 2 years. It lifted the club up, And after the Masood Ozil one, this has now shown you can sign anybody in the world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Masood at that time, he was brilliant.
No, what a player. So, I actually wanted him to come to Manchester United at that time. And I was hoping that was something.
15-20 minutes before that, Manchester United were almost in. Almost in. That's why
what a goal. 1-1.
Oh, there's a 10. Oh, defensive striker.
Yeah,
but
defensive striker.
Well.
Yeah.
FIFA plays well.
Wolves have just
still
signed a
doesn't
new
play well.
Brazilian. Who is Wolves signed? Masood Dasu, your
Maybe
deadline day
most
signing.
Arsenal-
Talk to us.
Falcao. Oh, Masood says Falcao.
Oh, Falcao was
That's really
beautiful. Huh?
Turkish.
I liked Falcao. He came
Falcao,
in.
beautiful. What a
He
player,
got you
man.
excited. You know.
Maybe both of us. Do you know? Oh, nice, Ibi. Oh. Can't get a ball over his boy, man.
Wow.
Oh, Aaron, that was just now finishing.
Hey, how was Aaron Rensdale? Obviously, he's a Southampton fan, right? Because he also went to watch them
at the playoffs.
at the playoffs. But how was
nice.
his unveiling in a Hagrid costume? Because he obviously had to go in a costume to not get noticed. And he dressed up as Hagrid from Harry Potter. So when Southampton signed him, he came in as Hagrid. That was a nice touch, I think.
Oh, that's so cool. And you know what a character. But it is something that we just forgot, and let's notify everybody. Guys, you guys do know Aaron Ramsey gone to Southampton, but obviously we spoke in our transfer roundups of a player called Joan Garcia.
That hasn't happened, right?
International, 22 years old. Hasn't happened, but we have gone in.
Someone from Bournemouth.
There was a Ganacho. No, we have gone
Ganacho.
in and ons gaan in. Neto from Wolves. I'm confused. There's a goalkeeper.
No, Neto
The
from
Brazilian
Bournemouth.
elite. From Bournemouth, the Brazilian, right?
Yes.
That is just gone through now also. The medical is done. So looking good. Didn't get our men. But
one for the future, maybe.
Looking at next season.
Yeah.
No, definitely. I think Neto is just going to fill in that the backup with Raya. But that's also gone through now, Ibi. And looking good. Looking solid for tomorrow. It's just a Mikel Merino one, man. That's hurting my heart. But because I wanted to see him play, you know.
Yeah, but injuries happen, man.
Hey, Ibi, I got to tell you something. This is for the Scousers, right? So, hey, man, I'm not going to mention names.
We don't like the Scousers, man.
Live, right?
We don't like the Scousers.
Right? So, the Scousers, listen to this, Ibi. Listen to this. You want to laugh?
Yeah.
Chiesa is called Chisa Inyama. They're so excited of this signing. You know why they're excited? Because Ibrahim Chunara has told them how good
Chiesa is.
Chisa Inyama is.
Listen, I'm jealous about the Chiesa signing. But again, Masood Dasu kind of brought us, back down to earth and shared his injury record with us. And it looks quite horrendous, man. So obviously you never wish a player gets injured. But I hope he's not as successful for for Liverpool as how I would have wanted him to be for United. So Abdul, while it's halftime and I'm winning 2-1, let's talk about Scott McTominay, man. Coming through from the youth, from the ranks. Hard to see him go, but I think it was the right time for him to go. He through and through Manchester United player. He'll be missed at Old Trafford, and I think he'll do really fantastic by Napoli. But I love the video that Manchester United put out from him, for him as a goodbye. They did a 4-minute video. And they've given him a chance to say his goodbyes. They've given Rashford a chance to say his goodbyes to him, because obviously him and Rashford grew up together at United. Bruno Fernandes talking glowingly about Scott McTominay, and I think he was one of those players that was well liked in the locker room. And he's going to be a real loss to Manchester United. But I think it's a good deal all round for all clubs involved, player involved. And like Masood says, 5 years from age 5 at Manchester United, that's fantastic.
Do you know, so if you...
Oh, what a goal!
Hey, what happened?
What a goal!
What happened?
What a goal! Yes.
I don't know what happened.
Napoli, Gabriel Magalhaes with the own goal. Fantastic stuff. Well done. Masood Dasu rightly points out Napoli were going in for the Scots. They've just signed Billy Gilmore from Brighton as well. Confirmed.
Wow.
So 2 Scots coming in.
Oh,
What a goal!
Joe Scorpion!
A Scorpion!
Wow! You got to listen. You got to record that, right? You got to record that. However
I have
you
to
do it,
clip
how
that
you do
one
it, when
out,
you
man.
do it, how you do it. Please clip that.
Look at this finish.
That's like a beauty.
Rasmus.
Beauty.
What a finish. 4-1.
Brilliant.
Now I'm just playing long ball. I'm just going to boot it. For the next 20 minutes, I'm just going to boot the ball. I'm just going to boot it.
Are you parking the bus, Jose? Jose is parking the bus, guys.
Any news? What have you said?
27 years old. That means that Scott is there at United for
22 years.
What a professional, guys. And at 5 years old, there's uncertainty. You might not even make it into that
Exactly.
first team. But he's there. What
And you know,
a
Mourinho
guy,
gave him a
man.
chance. He never looked back. Well loved by Mourinho, well loved by Solskjaer, well loved by Rangnick. What a gift, man. Offside, lovely. Well loved by Ten Hag.
Martinelli.
And apparently Ten Hag didn't want to sanction this move as well. Huh? It actually came from Dan Ashworth because we obviously needed to kind of bring in new midfielders. So, you know, something needed to happen, and we couldn't guarantee Scott McTominay first team minutes, which I understand. And that's why I say I think it's a loss because a good player to have off the bench, but good for him that he'll be getting, you know, hopefully first team football.
And maybe, Masood, I'm sure you also love the Scots. I mean, Scots are, you know how we love them. So, yeah.
So now we've only got Tini left, huh? Oh, what a goal.
But even Tini is there's no talk about Tini. I don't know what's happening. Nobody knows where's Tini. Do you know that?
Jadon Sancho, ons gaan in.
Is it
100% confirmed.
Guys, EBDB Duo has given the on-scan and it's done. It's done.
But Abdul, that transfer...
That's what on-scan and, eh?
Sorry?
I say don't be surprised. CBS Sports calls us in because of our on-scan. You know, they calling all the guys that are doing this here. So, nice, Ibrahim.
Oh, what a finish. Abdul, Jadon Sancho, man, what a disappointment, man. United were after him for 2 years. We threw the kitchen sink to bring him back to England. And that boy...
United, man.
You know, he failed to perform. And, you know, Ten Hag put his hand on his shoulder, gave him 6 months off to go in, or 3 months off to go and sort out whatever personal issues he was having. And the way he repaid the manager is going to social media, throwing his toys out of the cot. And even till the end, you know, he could have chose to go on to Juventus, but it was the last FU to Manchester United to say, I'll reject that and kind of focus on Chelsea, you know, go to a rival. I didn't like that from Jadon Sancho, man. What's your thoughts, Abdul?
Yeah, no, you know what, I think Ibi, you know what, when you have a player like that, that's totally disrespectful to, and I don't think I don't know, man, disrespectful to the harsh, but disrespectful to the club, oh my God, disrespectful to the club, disrespectful to the manager. And I remember you were always so positive about Jadon Sancho. So
exactly, man.
I mean, we even gave Ten Hag his flowers. He sent him to Holland, like you said, for 6 months.
What a personal trainer! What a personal trainer! And, you know, I don't know, man, Abdul.
Yeah, you know what disappointed me?
I don't know if it sums up the modern footballer. I don't know if it sums up the modern footballer.
I hope it doesn't. I honestly hope it does, because that would be sad. What saddened me about Jadon Sancho was that, and I think Masood can also comment on this, is that, yes, there was a problem. He went to Borussia Dortmund, but you saw a totally different player.
Oh, how's the defense, Abdul?
He played at United. Oh, brilliant. You saw a totally different play. It was like he was saying, Manchester United, this is what I can do, but I just don't want to do it for you guys.
Exactly.
Nice shot.
And we were the team paying his salary, giving him his opportunities. And now, for me again, that FU to say I want to do it for Chelsea, a rival to Manchester United, instead of going to Italy. I think that was.
And
doesn't sit right with me.
It so well now. If this sums up a modern day footballer, this is not
It's
the
sad
football
times.
we knew. This is sad times. And there's a lot of guys going in and saying that football is really becoming becoming business. But that's why we have.
Oh, lovely. What did you do?
What did I do? I don't know what I did. Can I be honest with you? Can I be honest with you? I wanted to press R2. I press L2 because this man has been only playing cricket, and in cricket, L2 is a 6. So I press L2. Do you guys forgive me?
We forgive you, Abdul.
We forgive because I press L2. I want to do like, that R2 like a smart goal because I was alone. I press L2. I can't believe it. Because I thought I'm going to hit a 6, Ibrahim.
Abdul, I have the chance to hit a 6 here against you.
You mean a half a dozen? Guys, defend. Gabriel, where are you?
Let's get the 6, guys.
Where are you?
Let's get that 6
Where
for
are
Abdul.
you?
Let's get it for Abdul. Can we get it? Yes, we can. 6 of the best.
Well done, Evie. I was hiding here, guys. Well done. Well done, Evie. I think it's a skip.
Guys, 13 minutes to go.
I think it's Old Trafford.
It's Old Trafford. It's Old Trafford.
But listen here, we've got one more game. It's going to be the final. But we've got 13 minutes to go, right? So we got one more. Oh, man. Saka, Baka, Daka. Are you doing it again, Evie? Let's press.
Hey, how's the defense, Abdul? How is that defense, man?
You planned it, Ibrahim.
Bringing back memories. Masood, I was close. 2 more goals I needed.
It's not an 8. And can you remember, Masood, that same month, the cell phone network, 8 came out. And you just saw Arsenal with 8. You know what? A few of my friends at that time bought me an 8 SIM card. For the 8-2. Can you remember the 8-2?
I love
I'll
that.
never forget. Man. Good days.
Eddie Nketiah, Crystal Palace. Chalabao, Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace doing some madness in the window towards the end.
Ooh, and they got our man Eddie.
Abdul, which one? Let's talk about, in the last 13 minutes, one of the transfers that you were really excited about, and doesn't need to be deadline day. Abdullah, I'm going to send you an invite again. It doesn't need to be deadline day, but a transfer that you were super excited about, but actually was such a big disappointment. Because I want to talk about Jadon Sancho. I said this was something I was excited about, but let's talk about another one that's similar to that, where you felt like this transfer is going to be transformative for my club, and ended up being a real, wet napkin.
Sisters, when you ask me the question, Ibi, Arsenal have had a lot of mumishas, But I must tell
Mumish, I haven't had that word in a long time.
Listen, a mumish, can you remember? We got a guy, I forgot the year, guys. Oh, Karlstrom.
Oh, yes.
Karlstrom came at right back, okay, but obviously I wasn't excited. I'm just telling you because I remember.
Yeah.
And this whole game was, yes, he was the man. This one never played a game.
Yeah.
He was injured from the start to the end. His contract lasted custom 4 weeks. 4 weeks.
Shit.
Right, so that one, a player which I really thought was going to hit the ground running. Can I talk about last season?
Anytime, whenever, any season that you felt this transfer was going to be transformative and ended up being a nothing.
Look, I want to say currently the Jesus, right? But I mean I can't.
Jesus?
I think that would just be wrong because he's got because I just feel like I don't know, man. If he's more injured than playing. You know what I'm
And
saying?
it is
But
disappointing.
one that really knocked me, it's disappointing, right? But one which I really, and you can remember when we were chatting and stuff, was the Swiss the Swiss Army knife,
Kiwio.
right? And he's just been Kiwio came in as the replacement of Zinchenko. Do you know that? Never did what he needed to do. That's why he's just being back in the reserve.
Oh, breaking
And
news,
Kiwio
Abdul.
was like 25
Sterling
million.
at Arsenal's training ground for the medical.
Oh, brilliant, man. It's going to be amazing. So, if I remember right now, I think Kiwio, man, I mean, it was the Swiss Army knife. And there was nothing from Kiwio. Absolutely nothing.
Oh, fantastic
Obviously,
stuff. So I
the
think...
captain of more. Who else?
I mean, Abdul, while you think of that, let me just...
You carry on.
Masood Dasu mentions Angel Di Maria. I think what a disappointment that was.
Oh, nice pass.
Oh, yes.
Oh, nice.
What a disappointment from Di Maria. You know, came in from Madrid at the peak of his powers. We thought, you know, and the way he started the season for United that year, man, you thought, here we go.
And
This boy
I remember
is
that
our
joke.
answer to
Angel
Cristiano
at the
Ronaldo.
devil.
Exactly, man.
And he wasn't.
And he just failed to... I mean, he had 2-3 really good games, maybe a little bit more, and then just dropped off. And such a sour ending, you know. Really disgusting the way he behaved. That goal against Leicester, oh my goodness. But we ended up losing that game, Masood. What was I saying? So yeah, the way he left United, you know, talking smack about us, continues to talk smack about Manchester. Yeah, I mean, I agree with Masood. For me, Abdul, one of those signings... Oh, come on. One of those signings for me was someone that I was super... Ref Rob, that's agreed. The one signing that made me super happy, you know, as we... Oh, what a goal. What a goal.
I took 10. You put me onside.
Yeah, what a goal.
Talk to us.
One of the sightings that...
It's offside.
Oh. I loved it.
Masood, was it offside or was it not? Be our VAR, please.
They didn't look offside, but I'll take it.
It didn't look offside. If you don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh, yes, Rishi.
Don't do that.
Yes, Rishi.
Come on. What's happening? Marcus,
I'll get into Marcus, but Abdul, one of those signings for me that kind of, and I won't say it was a nothing signing, but when we signed one Sebastian Veron, I thought for all its money, I thought this is going to be a signing of the century. You know, one Sebastian Veron at the time was at the peak of his powers. Came to United, did really well for a season, but never really, you know, got out there. I wouldn't say he was a failure at United, but it was that one signing that I was super excited about, but didn't end up being anything, you know, out of the ordinary. Abdullah, are you there?
Yeah.
I'm giving you the ball back. I'm giving you the ball back.
No, it's I got it. Don't worry. Ibi, something that just came to my mind now. Do you know? I wouldn't say disappointed me, but a player, and you're gonna remember this player when I say Moroccan, Marwan Shamak.
Oh, Shamak.
Can you remember Shamak? Few good games and just fell off. Couldn't handle the pressure. One of those signings, we thought we're getting the African, I think he came out second in the African Player of the Year that year. It was, I think, 2012, 2013.
Yeah.
He was a striker to have. Can you remember we betted, I think, Liverpool for that signing?
Yeah.
And Marwan came and he was here for 2 seasons and just didn't live up to the hype.
Yeah.
He was one, and there's so
There's a
many, man.
few.
And Arsene Wenger says today, he says in his biography that out of every six, and he says mentions the word six, out of every six signings, he got it wrong 4 times. So
No,
he
but
only
listen,
got two right.
they say there's a percentage. I can't remember what it was, but I think it was like 60% or 40%. I can't remember. It's between 40 and 60% of transfers don't end up actually working out. Because there's so many dynamics at play. You're dealing with people, you're dealing with changing environments, different places,
Homes,
different,
you have to move your home, you have to move
exactly,
your
family
family.
dynamics. There's so much that
It's
can,
difficult.
that can go wrong, that can impact a player. I know, we think them as, oh, you're bringing this player, he automatically has to do good. But there's so many things that's at play. It's almost, very difficult to see how transfers come right.
No, of course, no, 100%. I mean, there's houses, there's estate agents, you know that. Guys, we give you guys an education in everything.
And then
There's schools for the kids.
they've got their entourages that are, lurching of them. There's so many things at play. I mean, I saw something really interesting, or watched something really interesting. Patrice Evra was on the overlap with Gary Neville and Roy Keane, Ian Wright, etc. Rooney as well, and they were talking about when he signed, and one of the discussions was about Pogba. And he said when the deal happened, he actually told Pogba not to come back to Manchester United. And the reason was because, there was going to be eyes on it, because he left United for free and he's coming back for a record fee, etc. And, it was like a FU to Sir Alex Ferguson by the United hierarchy at that time. And his entourage. So there were so many dynamics at play that almost made the Pogba signing a failure before it even started. So yeah, I mean, that's interesting. Abdul, while we're on the topic of transfers, a transfer that you didn't like how it ended at your club. So you really like this player, but you didn't like how it ended. Maybe the way he left the club, the circumstances that he left the club. Can you think of anyone?
Oh, Cesc Fabregas. Cesc Fabregas broke my heart, man.
Yeah. That was a tough one.
He broke my heart. That was,
guys, if you don't know, Abdul was Fabregas obsessed, if I could say, and that's putting it mildly.
Oh, I loved him. And it was, okay, so Patrick Vieira was my all-time. And when Cesc came in, and Cesc gets the number 4 jersey, and we play Juventus in a quarter-final at Highbury.
And he outplays Vieira.
He outplays Vieira. This boy, I fall in love, and even you know the rest is history.
And to go to Chelsea,
After that, but look. To come to Fabregas' rescue there, he has opened up, and he did say that his first option was always Arsenal.
Yeah.
However, his biggest regret was his first call was to Arsene Wenger. And obviously at that time, guys, Arsene Wenger gave, and that's why he sold, Fabregas wanted to go. But he had Jack Wilshere, he had Aaron Ramsey, we had these youngsters coming through. I mean, Jack was a phenomenal player, But
Jack's injuries, man. Injuries impacted that boy, man.
That's the injuries. Do you know, Wenger said we've moved on. And that's his Wenger's mouth and Fabregas' mouth. Before he went to Chelsea, he wanted to come back to Arsenal, and Wenger says, we've moved on. What a goal, boy. We've moved on. Is this going to be another 6, Evie?
Maybe I can make it an 8, Abdul.
Is this going to be oh my God, don't make it a bad. You have to let me score. It must be an 8.
I mean, he was close to joining United, Abdul, before he went to Chelsea.
Yeah, well, big time. Remember, once Wenger told him it's over, then obviously, and do you know who was one of his favorite players and why he wanted to, what a goal. Ooh.
Flowing football, Abdul.
Flowing. Now I'm going to tell you what was the reason.
Guys,
because I've read
transfer
videos,
window
guys,
is officially closed. Officially, the clock is struck 12. Cinderella's glass shoe has turned away. Her carriage has turned into a pumpkin. The transfer window is closed. Ons gaan in.
Ons gaan Papa.
Raheem Sterling in an
United.
Arsenal kit at the training ground. Like I said, they've got 1 hour to verify the. They've got an hour to verify this. So yeah, good stuff. Abdul, for me, a transfer that kind of started and filtered out, and I didn't like the way it ended. There's two that pop up for me. Masood, I like it. Ed Woodward is flying back from England to Australia for urgent transfer business. Ed Woodward, I don't know how we succeeded. Obviously, we didn't succeed, but what a shit show, man, for all those years. But for me, there's two, Abdul. Robin van Persie, when he left Manchester United.
Can I be honest with you? But the way he left us, it still breaks me. But I didn't want to tell you about it, okay?
But so he didn't leave us. Obviously, he didn't leave us in a bad way. I think we left him in a bad way. And we're still waiting for that announcement, Masood, for us to confirm that Robin van Persie has left the club. Because that announcement never ever came. He was there and then he wasn't. And he was at Fenerbahce. And there was no announcement, there was no discussion, and he single-handedly won us that last Premier League trophy. You know, Ferguson's last Premier League trophy was down to the brilliance of Robin van Persie. And I'll tell you again another story. Is Rio Ferdinand always says, you know, they were in training or in a match and they weren't playing the ball into Robin van Persie quick enough. And at halftime, Ferguson went in. Ferguson went into the dressing room and told him, you look up, you play the ball to Van Persie. If you don't, I will drop you. As simple as that. You give him the ball, it's a goal. And I don't like the way it ended from a Manchester United perspective, but I think that was so systemic, not systematic, of what the Ed Woodward Glazer chapter was going to be at Manchester United for the next X amount of years.
Wow.
And obviously the one that hurt me the most and the one that broke me the most. I mean, I got the most excitement. I was like a small kid on that day. I was jumping on my couch. Naila looked at me and like, Diddy, what's going on? I was literally jumping on my couch. Zainab was confused. Naila was confused. The day Cristiano re-signed for United, it felt like it transformed me back to 2004. That was super exciting. Childhood memories all rushing back. And the way it ended was really, really sad, you know. To see him leave Manchester United the way he did. And I don't get to whose fault it was and whatever all that was. Just to see a great player like him with so much of his legacy tarnished at United towards the end, I think that was really hard to watch. And yeah, for me that was a tough one.
Having said that, right? So which one? Okay, I did. I was very sad, and I felt at that time he shouldn't have left. At that time, we just got the Emirates. He was there for 2 seasons, and the only time I felt vindicated was 2 times. When he won the Champions League, which we couldn't do at Arsenal, or we didn't do. It was nice. It was shite. This is going to be an 8.
No time for that.
And I felt right, and I felt vindicated again, and I felt happy was when he speaks so passionately about Arsenal. So in a way, he got a Champions League, he came back. He always came back to the Arsenal Thierry Henry. That broke my heart. So I'm not going to lie. That broke my heart, but I understand why he wanted to. I understand the reason he wanted to go, and I remember reading that the first day he put his foot on La Masia, or no, not La Masia, at the Thames, no.
Yeah.
Messi put his head down. That's how much of respect the Iniesta, the Xavi had for Thierry Henry. So yeah, that's
No, fantastic stuff. I mean, that's
Thierry Henry, Fabregas.
yeah, that's really fantastic. And you know the amount of admiration I have for Thierry Henry till today.
I mean, guys, I was just going to say that, guys, if you guys want to know, you know, if there's somebody that I admired as a footballer, I admire all my friends, but Ibrahim Chunara, guys, played, and remember, Ibrahim Chunara is not just a normal United supporter. Ibrahim Chunara played with the 14. He wore the same boots as Thierry Henry.
Yeah.
And this guy, when you gave him the ball on the wing, he used to score like Thierry Henry. So Ibrahim Chunara, my Henry, my number 14.
Thank you, Abdul.
Brilliant stuff, man.
No, thank you, Abdul. Really appreciate it. Abdul, just before we wrap up, I know you asked me a question about Rashford. I think Rashford is going through something really difficult. I think Ten Hag has shown a lot of faith in Rashford, continues to play Rashford and trying to play him into form. But I think if Rashford doesn't come good after the international breaks, I think Ten Hag needs to kind of take him out of the starting 11 just to build that fire back in his belly to make him want to go again. I'm not saying we should sell Rashford, but I think Marcus needs to know that your position is not guaranteed at Manchester United, even though you're homegrown, even though we love you. Yeah. You need to earn the right to wear that shirt. And your performances over the last season and a bit hasn't been that. We've shown enough faith in you, and now you need to start repaying that with more mature performances. You know, Rashford is not a youngster anymore, and I still see him making the same mistakes. You know, he doesn't time his runs. He doesn't give off the ball at the right time. He tries stupid shots from difficult angles. I think those things need to be, you know, rectified. But I really love him, and I like how Ten Hag defended him. Alan Shearer, obviously great footballer, but a really shitty pundit, because his hatred for Manchester United comes through, and he had a really poor analysis, and Ten Hag called it what it was, a stupid analysis of Marcus Rashford by Alan Shearer. So love that Ten Hag has got his back. But guys, Reiss Nelson moved to Ipswich off now, joining Fulham on loan.
Oh, just done.
No, it's moved. His deal to Ipswich is off, and he's joining Fulham on loan.
Fulham? Okay, down the road, Craven Cottage is going to meet up with, again, a sad departure, Emile Smith Rowe, but I'm happy for the boy. Beautiful goal last week. And I think Reiss can only get better here.
There was something...
I think he's got some unfinished business.
Yeah. No, 100%. There was something Masood mentioned, and we'll close on this. Wavell, I think that's how you pronounce it, is a transfer specialist that Manchester United brought in, and the young signings that we see happening, like Obi Martin, and it looks like it could become messy, Abdul. Looks like it could go to court.
That's very, very messy. It's going to court, Ibi.
And it's got nothing to do with... well, obviously, it got something to do with United and Arsenal, but he's out of contract. But because he's not of age as yet, I think because he's not 18 years old, United can't snap him up for free because he's considered a Arsenal youth team player. So there needs to be some sort of remuneration sorted out, and that might drag it into court. And that's the reason why United haven't announced it. But then obviously the youngster from Africa, Sekou Kune, he's been confirmed.
Good.
So yeah, really good work.
Exciting talent.
Yeah, compensation. Well done, Masood.
But I must say, yeah.
So yeah, Wavell coming in and doing that. Yeah.
Wavell.
Go for it, Abdul.
Man, what did I have to say? Sorry, Brian. I think we went a bit of a flip. Oh yeah, the Marcus Rashford. At a brilliant place, if he just hit, and I think he's got his head screwed on right. He's not like a Jadon Sancho. So I think he's with the right man in Ten Hag to really bring back that confidence. Mm-hmm. If it was like anyone else, I mean, Ten Hag is somebody that understands. I mean, look what he did for Jadon Sancho.
Yeah.
So hopefully, I think Rashford, and Rashford is a United boy, man. So Yeah.
100%. Guys,
It is-
this was
it's
a
been a pleasure,
fantastic
bro.
discussion. Masood Dasood, thank you for joining
Jazakallah,
us along the
Masood.
entire ride. Masood, we need you in our studio soon.
Jazakallah.
Please let us know when you're free.
Yes.
Let's
Yes,
let's
soon,
get
soon,
that
soon.
session in. Let's get the collab going with your team out of the UK as well. I think that will be fantastic. Guys, if you don't know
Brilliant stuff.
Masood,
And good work, guys. Amazing
Masood
work.
and his team doing
Amazing.
really fantastic stuff. Masood, drop your handles in the chat. Let people give you a follow. And yeah, looking forward to kind of hooking up with you over a period of time. Abdul, we need to do more of this. It was a pleasure.
It was
Really
brilliant.
love.
It was brilliant. Thank you for the hiding today, Ibi. Thank you for making me sleep, Ibi. I'm gonna go sleep now. I'm not gonna go sleep. But well done, Ibi. It's always a pleasure. It's always an honor.
Yep.
Love you, man. Keep it up.
Thank
you.
you.
Have a great. Hopefully we get 6 points, Masood, this weekend. We're coming to Old Trafford, and yeah. Don't forget to like, share, comment, hit that bell notification, guys. And Ibi, it's been an honor, brother. You want to do our countdown?
Yeah, let's do it. 5 people
Okay,
watching
let's
at the
go.
moment, guys. Thanks for joining. Really appreciate your time. Really appreciate that. Yeah, Masood, we
you, guys.
discussed. Yeah, and international break. Let's hook something up, guys. With that, Abdul, like the transfer window that has come to a close, this stream now comes to a close. I feel like a poet.
Yes.
Woo! The stream comes to a close, and with that, Abdul, we are
We are
gunning to Old Trafford.
to Old Trafford. Thanks, Ibi. All
Thank
the
you,
best,
everybody.
guys. Thanks for
Okay.
everything. Thanks, guys.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.